Good morning. It's Monday, October 17th, and that means two things. I've been doing this for 3 years, and it's time for the lighting industry news brief brought to you by Keystone Technologies. This week we are talking about their line of downlights. These fit every application: commercial, residential, cans, disc lights, wafers, different sizes, different trim rings. These are interchangeable, by the way, so just pop up. Don't like brass, pop it for white, right? You know what else you can pick? The color of these. Flip of a switch, 3K, 4K, 5K. Saves you SKUs, saves you space, saves you time, saves you a lot, because it's KeystoneTech.com, and they are downlights made easy. Into the news. The DOE has announced its intent to enforce product regulations. Conservation standards will be upheld with the penalty of civil suits. The IRS is evaluating efficiency incentives as part of the Inflation Reduction Act. Comments are open to the public. The CIE publishes a report on the effects of light exposure. This is from Europe. This is a new document offering insight into various effects of light on humans. PAL has bought Precision Architectural Lighting. PAL makes stuff for pools. Obviously, Precision Architectural Lighting makes architectural lighting, presumably precise ones. But I am like 85% sure this deal is just for resolving the disambiguity. Yeah. California ports are going to protect people from import fees. Certain charges will now require 48 hours notice, as, again, the ports are still backed up over there. Lewis Paulson has formed a new distributor. Neo Architectural Lighting is in the B2C market in America. UN Capital Development Fund launches new funding program for low energy lamps worldwide. OLEDcom is all in on Li-Fi. The name is for optical LED communications, not OLEDs, the kind that, project light. The Inflation Reduction Act adds new benefits for exempt organizations. Check your taxes now. Daylight saving time, still bad for you. Heart attacks, car accidents, everything wrong. Gets worse that week. Why do we still do it? Legrand is doubling down on energy savings with new reduction targets for their business. The Q3 Pulse of Lighting results are in, and outlook is not so good. The Philadelphia Neon Museum will be closing December 11th, hoping to find a new home. Not my house. Semiconductor demand is dropping as all chip makers experience a slump. The FAA has funded airport lighting research to the Lighting Research Center. Big grant for boosting visibility, reliability, and efficiency. The Environment and Energy Leader Awards is open for nominations. Submissions will be open until the 29th. Canada is funding apprenticeships in all trades, electrical included, with free training and incentives. FW Thorpe will be issuing a dividend of 4.61 euros per share. Seoul Viasys has teamed up to build robots. This is with the Korean KTAI. You'll see UV LED equipped units rolling around. And Polymatch is an Indian electronics company that will be making their own semiconductors from now on. In legal news, a former Signify employee has been granted the largest personal injury settlement in Connecticut history. He was left paralyzed after a ton, literally 1,300 pounds of lighting stuff fell on him. And Acuity has patented the Eureka line of lenses. This is a new design, and they've secured the rights to that. In rep agencies, Current has picked Smart Lighting Solutions in Georgia. This is after switching that earlier and then getting into legal trouble for it. ICO is expanding their partnership with Husley Lighting and Power Solutions into 6 states. And Malkart Northwest and Northern Illumination will be merging operations. In events and webinars, Glaze has set a theme for November 8th. This is an in-person event on energy use in growing. There's an Ag Tech Hackathon on October 21st to 23rd in Escondido. Lightapalooza is back in action in Phoenix. That'll run from February 20th to 23rd. And the IES will be out offering a webinar on LP16, which is Understanding, Documenting, Control, Intent Narratives, and Sequences of Operations. That'll be on the 20th of the month. Latin building attendance was down, exhibitors down 44%, and attendees by 57%. That's compared to the pre-pandemic numbers. Kasambi and Lighttrace have joined the LCA. Drico has secured funds, new round of investment, $13 million for the smart switch startup. Secure Things has secured investments as well, $21 million for physical security controls and monitoring. And Roku will be entering the smart home market with what appears to be relabeled Wise products. In recommended reading, all this on nailed.org, we have a history of street lighting, how to spot flickering LEDs with your camera on your cell phone. We have a case study in automations at a Orleans County farm, a case study of the St. James Teaching Hospital, LEDs in the classroom. We have illuminating curved luminaires, a comic book on quantity versus budget, and light pollution gets a TED Talk. In market projections, horticultural lighting will be up 22%, 7% for PoE, 14% for LED engines, 10% for battery-operated lights. Smart city market will hit $125 million a year soon enough. 4% growth in surgical lighting, and the krypton and xenon markets will drop by 2%. In research and development, bursts of violet light might slow myopia in children. This is a new study from KOU that aims for eye therapy, and we have a new AI eye that can see millions of colors developed by Northeastern U. In dark sky news, Langhu, China is beginning their dark sky project. Kwatunu, New Zealand has secured funding for their dark sky project. Maui has passed that bird migration line. Ain't that great? Speaking of bird migration, cruise ships, they're bad. They distract birds and they circle until they die. Jekyll Island, Georgia has set a record for their turtles nesting season. Round of applause. Golf clap for Turtle Island, Georgia. Jekyll Island, Georgia, and their turtles. Eating aligned with circadian rhythms adds to weight loss, improves weight loss in rats. Blue blocking lenses improve behavior in rats. And Saudi Arabia is hosting their first astrotourism event. In horticultural news, U of Surrey has partnered with Lettuce to develop aeroponic willow tree nurseries. We have a red-blue balance to boost the final product of turmeric. And Northern Michigan U is adding a bachelor's program for indoor growing. They've already had an associate, so they're blowing that out. In People News, Ingo Bank is leaving AMS Osram, and Astrid Simonson Juice is now the CEO of Clamox. In local news, Michigan is boasting about their energy savings. Ohio State U opens an indoor ag complex. Dunkirk, New York Library is receiving state funds for upgrades. Ditto for Syracuse in the same state. Outdoor Lighting Concepts opens its second location in Florida. New York State has set a carbon solution challenge with $18 million in prizes. Toledo has voted for building upgrades. Denver International Airport begins their energy upgrade program. And I mention that because their construction signs are delightful, if you've never seen them. Pittsburgh Zoo has won an award or a recognition for their animal-centric lighting platform. Iowa rebate program, that'll be ending at the end of the year. Pepper Pike, Ohio schools have been funded $6 million in projects. We have 164 lamps in Mississippi victimized by copper theft. Sacramento pulls the plug on anti-homeless lighting in favor of anti-homeless boulders. Hall County School District, Georgia, is adding germicidal UV to buses. And the White House exterior lights are now extinguished at 11 p.m. In international news, CERN is shutting down over power bills. Milan will be cutting street lighting off an hour earlier than before. Berlin is holding a festival of light for one night. UK business insolvencies are at their highest since 2009. Energy bills are to blame, probably. And also in the UK, a lamppost was placed right in the middle of the sidewalk. And in Zurich, a traffic signal was planted for no reason. In things you can build, we have a headboard to simulate sunrise, an LED tea light with little 3D printed ghost. We have an infinity dodecahedron. We have an illuminated air quality map. Glasgow, you still had gas lamp lighters until 1971, And we have a history of hacking with plasma globes, USB novelties gone bad. And in just a little bit of weirdness, music I won't play right now, but Øystein Weiler Odin has composed a concerto 250 Hz hum of the EU power grid. Until next time, I've been Scott Walker. Have a great evening. Thank you.